Hey guys, what's up? Good morning. This is a second video that I'm making. I just made one video kind of recapping my last season, year to year, of my baseball infield. And so I'm making a separate video just to separate my baseball infield stuff and my home stuff. But I'm going to just kind of give you guys a recap of my yard and my home and kind of what the last years look like and what the future looks like. So my yard, I overseeded this last year with Kentucky bluegrass. It was an experimental thing that I did. Nothing more than just experimental. The perennial rye has always been the way to go. It's the best thing on earth. Kind of a spoiler alert, I'm definitely overseeding with perennial rye this year, but I just want to kind of talk about the Kentucky bluegrass and my thoughts on it and some of the pros and cons, and because I know that was an experiment that I wanted to do and I get a lot of questions on it, and so here we go. So a year ago, roughly, I think I overseeded in early September last year. If I look back at my notes, I overseeded with Kentucky bluegrass, 365 SS from Mountain View Seeds. Use Mountain View Seeds, by the way, just a disclaimer. I do do a little bit of stuff for them, and they're great, and I'm obviously biased to those guys, but I love their seed, I love their product, and so if you get an opportunity to buy Mountain View Seeds, I think it's the best seed that you can get, and it's the seed that I buy for all my different seeds. Kentucky bluegrass, I put it in. One of the things that I did is I pre-germinated seed for the first time this year. I'll never do that again. Was not worth it. I was kind of trying to pre-germinate the Kentucky bluegrass seed because it takes so long to establish. I don't really think there was really any benefit to it. I did not pre-germinate my outfield Kentucky bluegrass, and I think it came up pretty much just as fast as the other stuff. So I think I just wasted a bunch of time and effort and work and hassle and stress for really not a lot of benefit. So I will never pre-germinate grass seed again. It was messy and it was extremely stressful. And I don't know if you watched my baseball infield video last year where I was doing that, I was super stressed out. I was working in the heat. It was a mess. It wasn't working right. It wasn't dropping consistent. We'll never pre-germinate seed again. With perennial rye, you don't need to pre-germinate seed because it comes up in 5 to 7 days. It's amazing. There's no reason to do it. So I'll never pre-germinate seed again. Don't do it. The Kentucky bluegrass, it takes forever to establish. If you have way more patience than I do, great, go for it. Long game wise, some pros and cons through the winter, through the spring, did not like it as much. I had, and I'm not blaming it on the grass seed or the type of the grass, but for the first time in my entire life, I had a bunch of problems with fungus. I know a lot of that was probably because we had a lot of rain this year, which, you know, was different. So I'll blame part of that probably on the rain that we got. My backyard had a bunch of, I had to spray fungicide for the first time in my life. Part of that's probably it's a little bit damp back there a little bit, and it gets a little bit more shade. Yeah, I had some fungus problems this last year that I've never had to deal with. It just was not as beautiful. It just was not as, it didn't pop quite the same. Just didn't enjoy it as much. I did cheat, and actually my 40th birthday was in May, and again wanted to show off my grass. So I cheated, and in May I did a spring in overseed with perennial rye in my backyard. Overseeded with perennial rye because I was having a big 40th birthday party and wanted to showcase my yard, and just said, you know what, my yard looks like crap. Well, it doesn't look like crap. My yard didn't meet my expectations, so I did an overseed with perennial rye, and my yard had never looked better. So I've got a mix in the backyard now of Kentucky bluegrass and perennial rye. Yeah, there's still some Bermuda kind of popping through, which I wish I had never put Bermuda back in my yard. I did a hybrid Bermuda just because that's what I do on my baseball fields, thinking that I would like need the Bermuda in the summer. I don't need the Bermuda in the summer. I wish it wasn't there. Part of me would love to just like tear the whole thing out and start over again. I'm not going to, but I don't have, it doesn't really give me any issues in my backyard, but my front yard, the Bermuda really is choked out a lot. I didn't overseed my front yard with the perennial rye. I just did the backyard. But the Bermuda is kind of choked out a lot of the Kentucky bluegrass in the front yard. I do have some Kentucky bluegrass still there. I'll take some pictures and videos later this evening when I get home. I think that, sorry, I'm kind of rambling on as I'm driving here. I just don't think that there was really, the pros really were worth doing the Kentucky bluegrass. Now, one thing that it did, I think handled it better, and I'll credit the part that we had a really, I don't want to say cool is not the right word, but a cooler summer than some past. Of course, I say that as it's supposed to be 106 today. 106 in the valley, by the way, not 106 at my house. My house out in Fillmore, which is in Ventura County, is always about 10 degrees cooler than where my baseball field is down in the valley. But we had a cool, like June was super like cool. July started to heat up a little bit. August, we've had some hot days, but like we haven't been like, you know, heat waves other than kind of what we're doing right now. But the Kentucky bluegrass did manage to make it through the summer for the most part. Like I mentioned, the Bermuda kind of choked it out a little bit, but I'm fully confident. And again, part of this is based on infield, my baseball infield, my baseball outfield as well, is the Kentucky bluegrass did kind of survive the summer a little bit better than the perennial rye did. So that's one pro, but I don't know that all the cons and the patience and not that it's like, you know, 10 times worse sort of thing, but I just definitely will be overseeding with perennial rye. I can't wait to overseed with perennial rye. I miss my perennial rye. I'm not like choking out or spraying out any of the Kentucky bluegrass or any of that. We're just going to kind of work with both together just to kind of get the best of both worlds, but definitely going to be doing perennial rye this year. So anyway, guys, I think that's about it. I don't think, one other big thing. I can't believe, I don't think I posted a video. Again, this is how busy I was this spring. I got a new Allett Sterling, the new fancy, awesome Allett Sterling mower, which I can't believe that I didn't post a video. I'm sure I took some video footage of that, and so I'm going to try to go back and maybe post that. But I do have a new mower, which is awesome. And I'll talk more about that in some future videos as well. I got a new edging product, which I took video footage of this new edging product that I put in, and I just never really had time to post that video, so I'll go back and kind of look at that and maybe try to cut that up for you guys and show you guys a new edging product that I got. I've done, I guess the biggest thing with my yards is I've got into this big flower phase. Like I've all of a sudden, like I redid all my flowers, it's just night and day, all the flowers and different. I planted a bunch of bulbs that bloomed and stuff, and transplanted a lot of stuff, installed a bunch of new stuff. I spent some time, I spent more time at the nursery this last spring than ever before, and so I've kind of got into this flower phase. I don't really know what I'm doing, but it's all kind of experimenting. But my yard looks, you know, really good from a flower standpoint and all that. So I'll get into some of that stuff, and as I mentioned in my baseball infield recap video, it seems like most of the love and most of the interest is not most, but more of the love and interest is in my baseball field. So I'm going to try to focus more on my baseball field videos, and then just as I kind of have important updates and big projects, I'll post less of videos and stuff at home. So leave me a comment on that. Let me know if that's something that you know, you want to see more videos on each or whatnot, or what you prefer. I would really appreciate that. I'm on my way to my field early this morning. That's why it's dark out here. I've got a little bit of a sod project going on to resod some wear and tear areas on my infield. That'll be definitely a video that I'll be posting. But if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe. I appreciate those new subscribers who have subscribed. And again, I apologize, I've kind of been missing in action. But like my video if you like this here, and leave me some comments. Again, if you leave me in the comments, hey, I want more videos on this, or show me more of that, or talk about this, that'll kind of help me steer what is to your guys' interest. So, all right, guys, got a long day of work today. Hopefully not going to get overheated out there in the heat. I've been hydrating up, trying to stay cool, and appreciate you guys all. Have a great day.